what was that thing?
What thing?
What was that thing? What was that film? Groundhog Day.
It's
So then I
Carrey.
started looking around like, who's looking at me different? Who's trying to catch me out? And the thing is, yeah, Curtis, he didn't even answer the phone on like, yo, we've got a special thing happening. Yeah. He answered the phone like it was Monday as well.
I just called him. I just hit him up. I was like, hey, cool, Damon. And he just called you. He that shows that you've got trust because he didn't even ask me why. He didn't ask me like, what are you going to say to him? What? He was just like, yeah, okay, cool. He just called you instantly. We're live, by the way, and we're recording. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Cut the Chat. I try and think about all of the people that stopped me and are like, yo, what's going on with Cut the Chat? I just had somebody yesterday. Who was it again? Like, yo, what's going on with where did I go yesterday? I can't remember. Every day there's a new person anyway that wants to know what's going on with this podcast.
This is so impromptu, yeah, because I've got a message for a guy. So his wife messaged me and she was like, yo, what's going on with like Cut the Chat? So I'm thinking like, okay, cool. It's just a fan. Like, yeah, sorry, we've been absent, blah, 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 blah. Then she's like, listen, my husband's under pressure. Like, you man got him through lockdown. He misses you, man. Yeah, I can't remember your name. I apologize. Because it's literally, I'm just driving home. Ace has just hit me up like, yo, we podcast. And I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
But hopefully, we'll be here next week.
Hopefully.
And I'll be able to read out some names of our listeners and followers and Cut the Chattians who have been kind of hitting us up, all with love and encouragement. So thank you very much. Let's crack on. First things first. How dare he, Ace? How dare Stormzy just wake up one morning and just drop the microphone? How, brother? Who does he think he is, Ace?
Amazing stuff. A movie. It's an absolute movie. You know, although I'm a DJ and I listen to music all the time, I don't really mess with music videos like that anymore. I used to love music videos in the 90s, noughties, and early noughties.
Yeah, but
I used to watch music videos.
Music videos. Listen, we watched Whoa, that music video.
Sick.
Whoa, in the barber.
Yeah. I just on the back of a flatbed truck.
Brother, understand Lorenzo Youngbuck. Yeah, Lorenzo Youngbuck. And he's looking at this, and there was maybe like a minute and a half of video before music even started playing. Yeah. And he goes, so Diddy's driving down New York and has drifted a semi-trailer into a parking spot. Brother.
And the man just said, whoa. But even then, that era, we were spoiled because all the videos were sick. The Hype Williams era and all that was sick, yeah. But I'm talking about video, sorry, I hate when we get on this and start acting old, but we're gonna say it anyway.
Standard.
When Michael Jackson would shut down terrestrial TV, I'm talking about like BBC One and the whole family sitting down ready to watch what's about to go on. Yeah. This was that same thing. The only difference was obviously people watched it in their own time, but although that whole 24 hours were people just enjoying this one video, and I don't feel like it's been like that since MJ. I feel like people are going to think I'm reaching. You know what? I'm talking about a music video.
You know what it is? That has had so much hype around.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, and listen, I've said it on the podcast before, and I will say it again. Stormzy is not my favorite person. Not rapper, not musician. He's not my favorite person. Or he wasn't until I saw him the other day.
Explain.
Just because he said he was going to do something and he didn't turn up.
Oh, okay, I remember,
Yeah. And then we got into like a little bit of trouble for it. And it was just like, I get it. You're a superstar. Cool. I bumped into him a couple months ago at Daniel Kaluuya's after party, and all of that went out the window. Yeah, cool. But for a little while, you couldn't tell me anything good about Stormzy. I was just like, whatever. So I'm looking at this music video and I'm watching this music video, and I kid you not, it done two things. The first thing was parts of it I had goosebumps. I'm not trying to bread the man. I'm not trying to. You understand? The second part of it, the second thing that happened to me was I just got inspired to do better. Like, because all I saw was just excellence on that screen, just excellence. And I said, you know what? My man just set the levels, fam. He's just.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a better music video in the world? Let me explain. Because I mentioned MJ, yeah? And I was trying to explain to my missus, like, hey, do you know when Remember the Time came out? That was a big thing. Like, Eddie Murphy, Iman, Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, and then I watched it and I was like, this ain't nothing compared to what Stormzy just did. And I know it's more of a UK thing and I can understand it, and it's heroes of mine in this video, and and of course it's a different time, yeah. But is there a better music video?
You know what? It's not the best music video.
Thriller maybe.
Thriller is probably the best, simply because, cameo-wise, there's people around the world that don't know who. I'm not talking about around the world.
I'm talking about to you. I'm not talking about around the world, because that video don't mean nothing to no one in Brooklyn or LA, or that don't mean nothing to them. I'm talking about to you. Is that the best music video ever made?
Do you know why I'm gonna say
after Thriller, obviously?
I'm gonna say.
Actually, Bad was dark. Bad was.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, go on.
But I'm gonna say Thriller. I'm gonna say Bad. Then I'm going to say Hypnotize, Biggie and Puff Daddy. Yeah. Listen, but you understand what I'm saying? For me, just the sheer stupidity of that video is what takes it up there. Man was driving in reverse with a stick. Now, brother, my pal has got an Audi RS4. The estate version of my car. That's not a joke thing. He decided to put his car in reverse one day and see how fast he could go. His gearbox blew up at about 40 miles an hour. Blew up. Just blew up. These men were out running motorbikes.
Yeah, it's Diddy though, man. That's Diddy. Diddy can do that. They had a speedboat, helicopter they were getting chased by.
Bro. So, but in regards to the importance of the video and the message that it gives and what it's doing, I haven't seen a better video than what Stormzy dropped the other day. I haven't. And obviously once the dust settled, there was all this talk about, oh well, how come Giggs wasn't in the video? How come Gets wasn't in the video? How come blah blah? How come blah blah? If you're gonna look at it like that, then so many other people should have been in the video. I can't
believe that people are trying to find negative things about the video. Like, obviously, like, you're gonna find, you know what? I think like even the things that they find that are negative are reaching.
Well,
why are people saying are negative?
No, I haven't heard anything negative like that.
So I was at dinner for it was my birthday on Saturday. I was at dinner with my cousin, and we were all praising the video. But my older cousin was just like, I love it, man, and I love Stormzy, but just the use of the N-word. And there was that scene where he's sitting down with Louis Theroux. A lot of people that made people
I agree with that. I agree with that, because it was like Louis Theroux and Jonathan Ross, and that stuck out to me, and I was like, ooh.
I want to know if that was done purposely, because I feel like that part of the song, he could have had anybody sitting there, or like they could have cut to Usain Bolt or cut to a dot. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there was a reason why Louis Theroux sitting next to Stormzy, bopping his head while he's just saying the N-word. I want to hear it. I don't think that I don't think it was accidental at all. Well, I think it was purposely done, but I want to know why.
There was nothing about that video that was accidental. So
yeah, exactly.
You're probably right.
I think it's gone over everyone's head, and I can't wait for him to explain that, because yes, that part actually was just like, it's the way man's nodding, and it's like excessive use of the N-word. It's not one. There's about 6 or 7 in that one 4-bar.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like there's a reason for that. I don't think it was just, that was just a part of the tune. I feel like that specific part to have Louis Theroux like nodding along. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a reason. I feel like there was a reason.
Absolutely.
I don't think, like you said, I don't think any of that video was by mistake, or I think every single meticulous thing was planned out. So why that? What does that mean? I'd love to hear. I'd love to find out.
Stormzy, you landed. And I think he just literally just said to everyone who's had something negative to say to him in the last 5 years, shut your mouth, innit? Like, you're not on my level, and he proved it. And I still don't think he's the best rapper lyrically. I do think Gets is the best. I think Chip's better than him, but
I don't think it matters at this point.
But this is what I'm saying. I think
he's beyond that now. Yeah.
As a package, there's no one better. So yeah, you know, hats off to Stormzy.
Absolutely.
You let people know that you know it is what it is. There's been a lot. There's been a lot, but we got to run through. Obviously, the Queen,
Lizzie passed.
You understand?
I feel like we was gonna have a more in-depth conversation, but I feel like me and you were exactly on the same page. So there's no debate. There's no debate to have.
Yeah, but it's just an acknowledgement of what has happened in the last whatever since we've been about. We've got a new prime minister.
Yeah, and they're already sending for her, man. They're not even giving her 5 minutes, so there's already like letters of no confidence already. Like fam, she didn't even get. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even got past the probation stage yet, like, and the man them are already writing messages like letters like, yeah, we don't trust you. But she hasn't even done anything wrong yet. Well, no, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I saw
KV laughing at the prime minister.
Again?
Is KV laughing at the prime minister? Sounds like he's bending up. Okay.
He's ready for bed. I saw an interview, and I think it was ages ago, where you know, whoever interviewed her was saying to her like, so, you know, you promised 250,000 houses, you know, that's going to be built, blah, 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 blah. What's going on with that? So she goes, well, you know, things get delayed, and, you know, we haven't, you know, kind of hit the numbers that we were hoping for. So the guy's like, I haven't hit the numbers that you're hoping for. She's like, well, how many numbers have you had? She's like, well, I don't really have those figures to hand. And mum was like, okay, so you don't know a rough idea of how many houses that have been built? And she's like, well, I don't have those figures to hand. And he was like, well, like, it's not a hard figure. It's 0.
Big round circle.
Stuck it on her differently.
This was before she was prime minister.
It must have been. I've heard that there's a lot of things that she's promised and said and whatever, you know. Good night, son.
Man, like
KV, you can just see the afro.
Just the little hair, baby hair.
Yeah. You know what? It just feels like everything is up in the air. Like everything is just, like the whole country is up in the air.
Yeah, it definitely feels like we're moving into new shit. Do you know what I'm saying? New king, new prime minister, new taxes, like, or less, like, you know what I mean? Like loads of things are just new and changing.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It's definitely peak. It's yeah, I don't know, but hey ho, is what it is. We move. Yeah, we move forward. Are we allowed to mention the amazing news that us as a team has? No, let's leave that.
I don't know. I was literally trying to work that out.
Let's leave that. All right. Somebody in the team has amazing news. Yeah. So the best news ever. I'm not sure we can talk about that.
Femi grew a neck.
Huh?
Femi grew a neck. Actually, Femi don't like when we send for him and he's not on the thing, so let's leave that. I love you, Femi.
He does it.
But yeah, amazing news coming, man. Great news.
Absolutely.
Life-changing news. So
yeah, absolutely.
Big up to the squad. We are evolving.
Yeah. We're growing.
That's exactly what it is. We
growing.
are absolutely growing. How many weeks are we away from the World Cup?
I don't know, but it's December. I think the World Cup final is December the 3rd.
The finals on the 3rd.
No, I think the finals on like the 20th or something.
That close to Christmas.
Yeah, it's mad. Brother, look where the final is. They don't care about Christmas over there.
Like, it's mad. I heard someone just randomly say in passing today, oh, I was like, what do you mean? And it's like, yeah, it's in a couple of weeks or like a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
That's nuts in Qatar.
So, and obviously on the 3rd of December, AJ's supposed to be fighting Fury.
It's off now.
Is it been called off?
Well, Fury said he's not on it. He said, look, I've given you until AJ's already passed the deadline of putting pen to paper. This. And AJ said, well, it's with my lawyer. And Fury's like, all right, well, it's not happening then. Fury said it's not happening.
I'm kind of with Fury. I'm with you. And I'm going to tell you why I'm with Fury.
I didn't want the fight to happen then anyway.
Well, this is the thing, yeah. He gave him the contract, 10, 11 days ago now, yeah. Like, these are the 2 top boxers in the world.
Nah, AJ's a little bit.
They're the 2 top boxers in the world.
Do you think of the top boxers in the world?
As far as status and publicity and numbers wise, who
okay. All right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying
active boxers, obviously.
I'm not saying the 2 best. I'm saying the 2. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If the lawyers for these 2 fighters can't get this sorted out within 10 days, you understand what I'm saying? Like within 10 days. Yeah. I feel like first,
too soon anyway.
I was with you. Yeah. I was thinking AJ's not ready mentally, and this is my plan. This is my plan for AJ, because this is my theory on AJ. Yeah. AJ publicly, if he doesn't have the belts, has no identity.
I don't know if that's true. You feel like that's how he feels? Is that what you're saying?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Going.
Reason being, AJ landed on us as the champ.
Yeah.
As the Olympic champion. Yeah. You've always been the Olympic champion. Then you won the heavyweight championship, the heavyweight title. Then you continued as the champ. So we only know you as the champ. See, Dylan White and Audie Harrison and, you know, whoever, Audie not fighting no more. Derek Chisora, sorry.
Yeah.
Them man are boxers. Them man are win, them man are lose. Them man are boxers. That's part and parcel of being a boxer. Yeah. Right. We only know AJ as a champ. So once you've lost them belts, once you have those belts no more and you're technically not the champ, who are you? You understand what I'm saying? Hear me out. That for me is added to what we can say was a breakdown in the ring. Yeah. Because he hadn't spoken to anyone, but you felt it necessary to explain yourself. Yeah. No one asked you a single question. But
don't use the word breakdown. I don't like that.
Well, and
was it a breakdown? It was kind of like a loss of control.
Ace.
Yeah, it kind of was a breakdown. Yeah, it kind of was a breakdown.
And this is the thing. It's not a bad thing.
No,
it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, and even if we break down the word breakdown, you see when you pop off.
Yeah, you've broken down.
You're actually having a little breakdown. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because you've lost all control. You're whining. You've lost all control. You've lost even how to just have a normal conversation. So you've had a little mini breakdown. Yeah. Cool. And it's not. It happens. It happens. It happened to me the other day for whatever. Now.
I heard. I heard. Oh man, I would love to see you lose your temper like that. I would have just been watching it like
you're cool. Whatever. It's alien to me, but anyway.
We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, so you know, he's struggling with his identity. This is what and you know, obviously Fury's smart, innit? Fury's smart. Fury don't want to fight Usyk. Fury's smart. Now this is my thing, AJ, don't take the fight. Come out and say, I believe I can beat you, but mentally I'm not ready. Yeah. For me, that would do a couple of things. One, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that will look at man in any particular way. No. Tyson Fury, you certainly can't, because you went through your own issues. Yeah. And I think you would just get your fans back. Your like fans want honesty. They want to see the human side of you.
You feel like he's lost fans then?
Well, I think he's slowly been losing fans because even before this last fight, people were starting to just get fed up of the, everything is scripted and, AJ, how you feeling? Well, we're two amazing boxers and we respect each other and we respect the sport. Big man, I just want to hear you say you're going to knock man out. I just want to hear you say you're going to punch man up. You understand what I'm saying? Boxing is a testosterone-filled sport. Yeah, not every day reading from the book of, I'm Mr. Nice Guy and I'm the perfect champion and this and that and that. We want to see some emotions. We want to see some energy. We want to see some fire. Yeah, and I think the fans just got to that point where it's like, okay, here we go again, another scripted answer, another scripted answer, another scripted answer.
You know what the problem with that is though, yeah? And I'm saying this from experience as well, yeah? When you've done a certain character for so long, it's almost impossible to be anybody else.
And this, right now, put him parallel to Will Smith, who's had the perfect career. See, when it gets techie, a very similar thing happened. A public outburst, a public, you know what I mean? Like you it gets to the point where you can't do this anymore. Yeah. And for me, it's just like, listen, I want to fight him. I feel I can beat him, but mentally I'm not ready. I need to get my mental health sorted out. Because look, you've lost 4 out of 5 fights. Your confidence must be rock bottom. You understand what I'm saying?
It's 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 fights. Your confidence must be rock bottom. Take a couple fights, get your confidence back out. Like when you punch up somebody, and I haven't punched up anyone ever in my life. Yeah. But so I can only assume, see, when you punch up somebody, that feeling of you're invincible. You understand what I'm saying? He needs to get that back. Like you need to get that back.
I think like what you're saying is right, but I also think like rather than just like, I think he needs to continue to act, but he needs a character. And I think his character, AJ's character should be, I'm buff and I'll knock you out. Girls love me and I'll knock you out. He needs to say that in the interview. Look, your girl likes me. I'm buff. I'm Chris and I'll knock you out. That needs to be the character. Let me tell you how much money he'll generate if that is what he is. Like, people will come to watch him try and get knocked out, and he'll be knocking out man. He needs to just take shit fights and be arrogant and an arsehole, and he'll be back on top. Because you know what happens? They hate you so much. They keep hating you until they have to love you. Look at Floyd. We love Floyd. We love Floyd. But we hated him. We went to watch Manny Pacquiao. We wanted to see like Floyd get knocked out. But now he backed up all of his chat, and we love. And even if he loses, he'd be like, I don't care. I got knocked out, but your girl still likes me. I need to be his manager. I'm telling you. That's what he used to say. What? I got knocked out. I don't care. Your girl still loves me. That's what AJ needs to be on. That is what he needs to be on. I don't care if I ain't got the belts. Look, I ain't got the belts, but I'll still take your girl. I don't give a shit. Yeah. That's what he needs to be on. Like, he needs, like, at the end of the day, he's a good looking man. Like, this is what the women told me. No, but as a man, I can say that's a good looking man. At 6 foot 7, whatever he is, like, tall man. He needs to be like, look, I'm buff. Women love me and I will knock you out. And even if I lose, I don't care. I'll get up and I'll take your girl out. Like, he would win. That is the character. That is the character.
I'm liking this.
That is the character.
I'm liking this energy.
This humble, I came from the, like, we've done that before. Like,
this is what I'm saying.
It's every rapper's story. We don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the flip side to this now, yeah. I was talking to Stephen Bartlett about this the other day, yeah. And you know what his angle was?
What?
You should take the fight. You know why I should take the fight? Because he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah, but what if he knows if he waits a few more months, he might be able to win? Well, I think you go into a fight in December after losing in August. You're like, everything's against you, bro.
Do you know what it is, though? There isn't enough time for him to fight enough people to get his confidence back. What he needs is the right team around him, and maybe even like a sports psychologist. You understand what I'm saying? To get him to that point where, big man, One punch can change your whole life. Look at Ruiz. Look at Ruiz. One punch changed his life, his whole family's life. Yeah, from nothing. And based on that, having nothing to lose but everything to gain, I said, you know what? Maybe take the fight. Because let's be real, if he takes the fight and loses,
no one expects him to win anyway.
What's going to change?
Nothing's going to change.
You understand? He made a bit more money.
He made more money.
Here's the play now.
100%.
Here's the play. He takes the fight, he wins. There's a rematch. Next fight, Fury wins. Big man, this will be the trilogy of the century.
Trilogy.
Yeah. If it went well, then man could walk away with about 200 million each.
Can I ask you a question? You know AJ's team, yeah? So, what the day after the Usyk fight, yeah? Obviously you don't know, you wasn't there. What do you think the man was saying to him? And can the man even talk to him and say, look, you're not doing I don't want to disrespect no one because we know some of them and big up to the crew, yeah. But are they all just like, yo, you did your thing? Or are they like, yeah, you need to do that, you're messing up here, why did you do that? Are his team holding him to task? I tell this story all the time. Let me just quickly say this. I tell this story all the time, yeah. I was going through a really hard time in life and I was wilding. Damon one day took me to the side and said, look, you're wilding. You're wilding. I'm gonna let you wild out for a little bit, but this needs to stop next week. And I always remembered that, like, because I needed that older to be like, and there was people around me that was like, yeah, do your thing, but they weren't good for me. My bigger brother said, yo, you're wilding, that needs to stop now. And I always took that. Are there people around AJ that can say to him, yo, you're moving mad, or you're not doing this, or yo, you ain't got this, or you've lost your hunger, or like, or they just like riding along with
this is the thing. He's got a machine behind him, and that machine behind him is called Eddie Hearn. Yeah. Now, remember, there's contracts in place. Man signed, I think he signed a 5-year, 5-fight contract. So there's things where from the outsider's point of view, yeah, because we know his team personally, we know him personally, got nothing but respect and love for
big
them.
Up to them, 100%.
To win, but I honestly don't feel, or I don't get the sense that there's anyone around that can override what Eddie Hearn's saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel. I don't think there's anyone around that can be like, you know what, we're not doing that. He's not doing that. He's not wearing this. He's not going over there. This is what he's wearing. And I think the bigger picture, I think sometimes doing things for the bigger picture, for the sponsorship deals and for that kind of chips away at you as a person. And I think that's what I think has happened with AJ. And sometimes, and listen, I've said it for years. I've been in the barbershop and I've said it for years. If somebody walks into the barbershop and says, we are looking for a dread guy to be part of a boy band, and you know, I'm gonna be that character in the boy band that does the little idiot rapping and all of that kind of stuff, and then you're telling me that, come with me, this is your role that you have to play, and you're going to be making 10, 15, 20 mil. Big man, I am.
I hear you, but let me explain why that mentality is not good. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I agree that,
because the culture made you a dread. It made you somebody that is appealing to people, somebody that people want to look at. In the same way as AJ, yeah, AJ's come from us, come from the dirt. Like he's come from ends, he's come from the culture, and that the culture lifted him up to be this champion. So once you get there, you can't then listen to people that. I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn wasn't there. I don't know their relationship, but I'm saying like you can't. I'm not saying that AJ's turned his back on us. I'm just saying you still have to use that raw animal. Like, I don't even want to use that animal, but what you had originally to get you to,
but there's a difference.
The attention of these men. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So the difference is, I honestly don't think AJ had raw talent that somebody's looked at and said I think somebody's looked at him and said, you are marketable, we can make you a champion. That's not a problem. I'm not saying AJ doesn't have talent and ability. I'm not saying that. Yeah. And what I was saying about joining the boy band, my life's different now. You understand what I'm saying? See, AJ, remember, AJ would say, brother, he was about to go jail. Somebody lands on you when you're rock bottom and says, sign this. Yeah, sign this. And I'm gonna make you 50 mil, 100 mil. Brother, until you played out that contract, you have to play the game. You understand what I'm saying? So even though everyone's got all of this, you know, these opinions and whatever else, on one hand, certain people might turn around and say, my man saved your life. Eddie Hearn saved your life. You understand? So, you know, there's so many different elements and angles to look at it from. You know,
yeah, I'm sitting down with Eddie Hearn soon. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm sitting down with Eddie Hearn soon. For a real in-depth. I'm very much looking forward to it. I have so many things I want to ask him.
Absolutely. I think, you know, it's like one of my customers was in the car, was driving him the other day. Yeah. And I found this story so mad because he didn't realize after 20 minutes of this guy being in the back of his car that it was actually AJ. Yeah. Okay. And once he's realized it's AJ, he's turned to him and said, yo, like, champ, bloody, bloody, blah. You see, if you do fight Fury, do me a favor. Right. If you do fight AJ, do me a favor, take the fight to him. Yeah, don't do this, don't do that. Take the fight. And I'm standing there thinking, see, if that was me, I'm gonna tell man, stop the car. Show me how to take the fight to him. Show me now with it. You know them ones there. It's like, brother, like what?
Yeah.
So what?
You know how annoying that is when people try and tell you.
Because I'm now saying to myself, so AJ fights Fury and AJ wins. AJ's gonna grab the mic and say, "Yo, hey, listen, you see that Uber driver?
Big up to my Uber driver."
Like sometimes it's just like, look, you know, it's technical.
Right, let's move on, man. Big up to AJ. I want you to fight Fury in April. I don't want you to do it in December, but if it happens in December, great. If it doesn't, I think April feels right to me. I don't know why. I just think that's the one. Can we talk about Uber drivers? Did you hear the story that was popping off on One Extra this morning?
No.
So there's a video. I ain't seen the video yet. I've just heard about it. So the listeners will probably have seen it. But basically, there's a female Uber driver, yeah. In America, obviously, these things only happen. She picks up a man from his house, yeah. The man kisses his wife and kids and says, babes, I'll be back in a week or whatever, yeah. So this Uber driver's taking him to the airport and he's like, there's a stop on the way. So they've gone to the stop on the way to the airport and it's a woman. She gets in the car and they're talking about, I can't wait to get away with you. When are you going to leave your wife? Basically, it's his sighting. It's his mistress, yeah? The Uber driver, the female Uber driver, is so like disgusted by this. She drives the man back to his original destination, which is his house, and tells him to get out with the woman outside my man's door. So that my man can get nabbed. I don't know what happens after that. I don't know if the woman opened the door. I don't know if anything happened. And so Nadia J, shout out to Nadia J, she was asking the listeners, like, is that cool? Would you do that in that situation? And the amount of, I don't want to make this a man and woman thing, but the amount of men I was heard like, yeah, man, she did the right thing. And like, yeah, man, it's about the kids at the end of the day, man, shouldn't be doing. And I get it, like, we don't condone cheating. But is it that Uber driver to give my man his karma? You don't know him. You don't know the situation. You don't know anybody. Like, that's nonsense. Have you got an opinion in the house?
No, but there's just a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I couldn't believe that I was hearing people saying, yeah, she did the right thing. Like, are you all right? Like, she doesn't know them from Adam. She doesn't even know if the wife knows. She doesn't know nothing. Like, you can't be delivering man's vengeance. You're not God. Like, you're not. His karma will come to him one day. It's not for you to do that. You don't know what's going on. You have no idea. And then you're like, even if it's like, oh, well, he had kids. Like, what? So you're going to bring the mistress to the kid's house for that to all pop off outside their yard. Like, I just couldn't believe everybody that agreed with it. I was like, nah, that's effed up. And that's not me saying because like I'm down with cheating or anything. I just feel like everyone's karma will come to them one day. It's not for you to decide when someone's karma comes. If you're given the opportunity to give them karma. I didn't like it.
No, I agree. I think it's clear that you don't like it. My thing is that you don't know what the situation is.
Exactly.
No idea what the situation is. Like it could have been, and I'm not even trying to defend the guy, but it could have been role play. It could have been that this is what they do. It could have been, like, this is the thing, yeah. And for me, there's many different ways that if she felt the need to say something, there's many different ways that you could have done it anyway. There's loads of different ways that you could have done it.
When you say something, do you mean say something to him or like to tell his wife? Because even her going to knock on the door and be like, look, woman, to like, I still just think like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, you're not. No, I don't agree with that at all. Yeah, I think people need to mind their business.
You know what it is?
It's making me like a schmuck, by the way. It's not.
No.
Okay.
There's certain things, yeah, that you just hear from generation to generation to generation. That is one of them. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
That's it.
Yeah, mind your business.
The group chat is very funny.
Wow.
So let me read some of the messages. Wow, Jesus lives. These are, if you don't know, these are all responses to us just being on Zoom right now. So people have come on. The first one says, shout out to Aminar. He says, wow, Jesus lives. Is this party promo? No, we're going to do the party promo later, but this is not why we're on.
I knew people would think that, you know that.
Then Micah said, rah, is it a dream? Rob's eyes. Yeah, people are very surprised that we are here.
Yeah, absolutely. But then, like, yeah.
Oh, someone said, nah, this is a fever dream. I can't believe this is real. That is funny. You are hilarious.
We're here, innit? We're here. Just quickly, for the next couple of minutes, obviously there's things that we've missed. Put comments in of what we've missed.
Yeah, anything we've missed.
You've got a couple minutes left. Something that happened to me the other day that I was just gassed about. My dad come down the other day.
Hey, pops.
Yeah, big man come down, and you know what it was? It hit me that it's like, right. It was my dad, then me, then KV, just together. It's like, right, this is a bit mad.
Three gens.
This is a bit mad.
That's hard.
That touched me. Big up, pops. Yeah, that he don't listen to this, but pick him up anyway.
You never know,
He's in Jamaica right now, so that he could be listening to it in Jamaica. Like, see me son there. Could be. But yeah, it's our birthday. This month is our birthday month. We are celebrating this. Come down, chat to them. How we celebrate?
Oh yeah, so this coming Friday, which is in 3 days time. Myself and D, and anybody that's celebrating a birthday in September, you're more than welcome to come and party for free as well. If you're born in September, we'll be at the Bricks in London Bridge. Lovely venue, new venue. I think it's only like 4 months old. And we'll be in the basement having a good time, shaking a leg and just saying sayonara to the summer. It's, do you know how summer's gone? I'm freezing right now. Like, it's so. Are you not cold, fam?
I am hot.
It's freezing. So we're gonna say goodbye to summer at the Bricks. And if you've ever been to a Cut the Chat party, you know they get turned. So come through, man. It's one of them things where anything can happen, and people will be there. And people will dress nice, and there's a great vibe, and you're gonna have a lot of great music, energy, all that good stuff. So yeah, the Bricks in London Bridge. If you want to come, just send us a DM to the Cut the Chat page at Cut the Chat on Instagram, and we'll send you all the deals. There you go.
Gangster. I know we've missed. You know, the maddest thing is every week, yeah. And listeners, I understand every week we're supposed to podcast and we have a program written out of what we're going to talk about. And something pops off. Ace has got to go over there, or I've got to go over there. You know, I'm not going to say which one of the other two has whatever, but you know, things of.
I feel like everyone knows, but wouldn't we? It's like that.
No,
but we're the worst hidden secret.
We're not officializing it. We're not officializing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Big up to Benjamin, who's locked in all the way from Egypt. I like that. Big up all the way from Egypt, man. Have we touched on the? Yeah, we spoke about Stormzy already. Big up to you, sir. Our man Sal, was that Sawi? Big up to you. Says, what do you guys think of the Chris Cabba situation? You know what? I think we're gonna wait, because there was a lot of feelings and there was a lot of talk, and then that headline about the family taking a break, I don't know what it means to me. So I feel like we should wait before we talk about stuff in regards to that. We will definitely discuss it at some point.
Yeah.
But I just feel like before we have all the information, I want to know why the family are taking a break. What does that mean? That headline to me was, did you see that headline?
No, but
it said after they'd seen the body cam video that they would want to take a break. And I didn't know what it meant. Did it mean they saw something? I don't know. I don't even want to speculate, but let's wait. Yeah. Let's just wait. What else are there people asking us to talk about? Yeah. People talk about stuff that we obviously cannot talk about. It's about religion and the Catholic Church, and let's leave that alone. If you don't mind. Like we've just come back. We ain't trying to get shut down. Have we spoken since Carnival?
No.
We haven't?
No.
You didn't go, did you?
No.
Oh man. No. Loved it, man. I had a good time.
Did you go both days?
Apparently I went on the worst day as well. So Monday was just super ram. There was a lot of people down there. Still had a good time, still enjoying myself, but apparently Sunday was the vibe.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did hear that. But I don't know. I missed out on that one.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There is I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna lock this off.
Yeah. We didn't speak about
it's gonna hit us back. If the listeners haven't said anything, then it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Commonwealth Games. What is the point? What is the point of the Commonwealth Games? I don't know. I was in Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games and I had an amazing time. Let me tell you why as well. Like, I don't. Again, I feel like I keep talking about this love affair I have with Birmingham. I really enjoy the city. I like it. I like seeing black people, because you know what it is about Birmingham, because it's not as big as London. Like, you see families, like, obviously my family all live in London, but I got cousins I ain't seen in a year and a half, or in about 2 years. But when I see them, it's blessed. But in Birmingham, because you guys are together, there's that real sense of family and black. I like to just see black people together. And I know there's bad sides of Birmingham and there's loads of but when I get there, I just feel like it's just new black people that I don't necessarily know, and they're just getting on. And yeah, that's my cousin, and that's my. It's just like, I like the vibe there. So when I went up there for the Commonwealth, I didn't go out there for the Commonwealth Games. I went up there to do the One Extra R&B show from up there. And there was so much different things going on. You walk over to this corner, there's a little Afrobeat stage, and they're just getting in, and you go over there, and the dance hall playing. It was just a vibe, man. And I don't think the Commonwealth Games were even like registering that's happening. Everybody was just having a good time. And I don't really necessarily know what the Commonwealth Games represent, but it is what it is.
I don't know, but yeah, Birmingham, fam, you know that we've been up there how many times for, some unfortunate situations, but, we've been up there. Big up the Birmingham crew, big up Auntie Janet.
Yeah, that's my city, man.
Can I big up India? Nah, fun India. Big up Cuban. Big up Amaya, fun India.
Why are you banning India? What did she do to you?
No, and she just an egghead. She just an egghead, but anyway. We moved. These are Ash's people. She might try boxing up after. But anyway, is there anything that we need to talk about?
There's loads, but we can't remember. And it's
woman. Yeah. Is there anything that we need to talk about that we haven't? yeah. There's a lot of things that I don't know.
We gotta start taking notes during the week. This is terrible.
Say that again.
We gotta start taking notes during the week,
brother. But you know what it is? I want to pause the video to go into our chat to find them, but you know what? Is what it is. You know.
I think Friday you lot should come down and tell us what we need to talk about in the next podcast. That makes sense.
Yeah, go on. What little girl? TikTok, little girl.
What happened on TikTok?
What happened on TikTok? Instagram. The parental guidance thing.
What happened?
Oh, with a 14-year-old that killed herself. Oh, and should social media we had this
too hard to police, man.
We had this discussion in the car the other day, and it was like, not all parents are like that. Not all parents will have the app on their phone to be able to look and see what their child's doing. Like, and I think that's the only way you can. And if you, do you think that social media, you know, these companies should take more responsibility if they can take more responsibility?
Yeah, but how? Like, what do you do? What do you do? How do you police millions of people on a social media app? Unless you just turn around and say, "Oh, it's just for over 18s." They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the sad reality of the truth, even though I think it's kind of impossible, is your parents need to be across what you're doing online.
Yeah.
That's kind of all it really comes down to, really. Like, the internet is here and it's not really going anywhere. There's always going to be a new social media app or like a way to, like, it's down to the people in your house or the people that raised you to make sure that you have the right tools to deal with social media, or just lock you off from it altogether. It's one or the other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think we can go to Mark Zuckerberg and be like, boy, you're the reason why XYZ. It's like, well, I didn't make the site for that. And if your child did that, then does that say more about you than me? Or does it, I don't know. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, what does it say? Do you know what I mean? So I think it starts with your parents, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a bit, I'm with you there. I am with you.
And Kwesi Kwarteng being superficially black, even though she didn't say nothing wrong, but even though it wasn't her place, because she's Indian, but she didn't say nothing wrong about him.
Kwesi Kwarteng.
Yeah.
He's a fake Ghanaian. Am I even allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a thing, yeah. I swear I saw something about. No, this is too technical. We'll leave that. We're discussing. We're bringing back because I ain't even trying to get. Yeah, cool. I mean, you've got to go. I'm hungry. Listen, we have to come back next week, please.
I agree. Next Tuesday is good. It'll be October. Let's do it.
We have to land back. What's going on over there? What's going on around back? Was that your dinner?
She just kicked in the door like she was Hawaii 5-0.
I listen to what I'm saying to you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does your missus need glasses?
Do you need glasses? Why wouldn't she see?
Brother, you know how often I see your missus on road? Yeah.
She powers, isn't it? She just like does her own thing.
No, driving. And I need
driving.
And it's just like I literally have to nearly crash into her. And she's like, oh, hi, D. Like
driving a big car like it's a Mini.
Brother.
Man, isn't it?
Whipping it around. Anyway, cool. Yeah, let me go get something to eat. I'm a bit tired.
Oh, brother. Guys, again, the bricks on Friday. If you want to come through, free guest list before 11, £10 after. If you're a September baby, you're free all night. Yeah, we got bag of DJs coming down, people, celebs, cut the chat crew. I'm sure Femi and Lee will be there, maybe. No, I'm gonna put it out there. I think both of them will turn up. You know what I mean?
We'll see. He's gonna say the thing.
No. I feel like Well, who knows? We'll see.
No, let's not bust it. Let's not
bust it. So yeah, that's this Friday. Cut the chat DM if you want to come through. And yeah, next Tuesday, we'll be back here. You said that last time, but we will be back.
He did say that last time.
You know what? It's getting cold, so man ain't going outside anymore. So yeah, Tuesday is fine for me.
All right, cool.
Yeah?
Cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just big up everyone that's been supporting us, that's still supporting us, believing us. We're not going nowhere. Yeah, we're all old, so we have old people responsibilities, like children and families, and so just bear with us. But we're here. Fund them young youths that have got these podcasts, all this. Fund them, man. You know what? Somebody hit me up. Yeah, we interviewed a guy on the same day that we interviewed Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Who was it?
And that was 11 years ago. Edmund something. He does some fitness thing. If you're watching, I apologize if I've gotten your name wrong, but it was just like a throwback 11 years ago. The amount of people that we've had on the podcast. But we done a UK tour, fam.
We did. The Sprinter. He used to fart it up.
No one can chat to us. Bun them, man. Bun all you other podcasters. Bun you, man. Can't chat.
Why do you want beef, bruv? We're too old for beef, bruv. We do our thing. They do their thing.
Brother, I went to the gym this morning. I bench pressed 22 kilograms. Are you mad, fam? Are you mad, fam?
22 kilograms. Okay.
22 kilograms, cuz. 1 rep. What, cuz?
There you go. Enjoy yourself.
On that
till next week. Rate, subscribe, comment. I mean, if you want to. We'll be back. Yeah.